If one day you possessed a superpower like this, you just need to strip naked and no one can see you. You can do whatever you want. What would you do when this superpower appears in the body of a teenage boy? Guess what he would do? This lucky kid's name is Michelle. He is a shy boy who gets bullied often. Halloween is coming up. He saved up $50, planning to buy a Spider-Man suit for the costume party. But as soon as he got to school, the big guy, Brando, locked him in the bathroom and stole all that $50. Michelle dared not fight back. He could only run away. Unexpectedly, Brando took a paintball gun and fired wildly at him. He was hit and fell flat on his face. I stepped in sh*t. Besides being bullied, what Michelle does most often at school is secretly taking photos of his crush, named Stella. Michelle secretly likes Stella, but because he is too shy, he only dares to take photos of her. That day while he was shooting, he was caught red-handed by the teacher, who immediately confiscated his phone. Now he became the laughingstock of the class. Halloween arrived quickly. Since his money was stolen, he couldn't buy the Spider-Man suit. He had to pull out his meager savings and went to a strange thrift store to buy a costume of some unknown superhero. Michelle wondered what superpower this person had. The mysterious staff just said, "Wear it and you'll know." That night, Michelle wore the suit to the costume party and happened to run into Stella. But before they could say a few words, something happened. The screen suddenly played the video of him secretly filming Stella. Stella was shocked and asked who did it. Brando immediately jumped out and pointed at Michelle. After the teacher confiscated his phone, "We found this thing." Seeing Stella angry, Michelle felt extremely guilty and turned to run away. He hid in the bathroom. The group outside frantically banged on the door, laughing loudly. Looking at himself in the mirror, Michelle shouted in despair, "Let me disappear. Let me turn invisible." Immediately outside the door, thunder rumbled. Destiny began to turn. The next day Michelle woke up preparing to brush his teeth. But when he looked up, he was startled. He saw pajamas in the mirror, but no person inside. He raised his hands to look, and his hands were gone too. He ran into the room, took off his pajamas, and saw nothing in the mirror at all. Michelle was amazed, realizing he had the superpower of invisibility. He dressed fully and biked to school, seeing the bully Brando. A bold idea popped into his head. Michelle turned invisible and walked into the classroom, raised Brando's paintball gun, and aimed at the teacher writing on the board. "Brando, not me." Brando's parents were called. He was suspended for a week and got a severe beating at home. So Michelle successfully took revenge on Brando. Next, he sneaked into the teacher's office, found his end-of-month test paper, opened the drawer, found the answers, and started copying. When the results were sent home, even Michelle's mother was surprised. Her son, who was always at the bottom of the class, ranked first this time. "How did you do it? Cheating? No way." Relying on his invisibility power, Michelle started to let himself go, skipping school to stay home reading comics. What if he gets caught? Don't panic. Immediately strip off all clothes to turn invisible. Michelle's mother walked in, seeing clothes scattered on the floor, but didn't see her son. Bored at home, Michelle turned invisible and biked to school. Just as the girls finished PE class and were preparing to shower, Michelle grinned slyly and sneaked into the girls' locker room. He blushed looking at the girls around him. Truly nothing is more eye candy. These girls would never dream that there was an invisible boy in the locker room. Until a girl threw a towel randomly. Unexpectedly, a figure appeared. The group gathered under the towel. Due to being too nervous, Michelle's heart rate increased rapidly, and his invisibility gradually faded. Outside, a girl was about to lift the towel. Busted. Michelle's parents were called in. Luckily, Michelle's mother forgave him for his teenage curiosity and didn't pursue it further. But after returning home, Michelle overheard his mother on the phone and discovered he was adopted. He couldn't believe his ears. This huge blow made him sad, so he went to the beach to sit on the swing. Unexpectedly, Stella was also walking around there. Stella noticed something unusual, but when she saw the swing moving by itself, she wasn't scared at all. Instead, she thought the person was an angel, coming to make friends with her. Turns out Stella just moved here and had no friends, so she was very lonely. Just like that, Michelle, while invisible, became friends with Stella. That night, Michelle invisibly went to his new girlfriend's house. He drew a smiley face on the glass door to make her laugh. Entering the room, he whispered so her parents wouldn't detect him. The two talked for a while, getting closer and closer to each other. At the critical moment, Michelle's heart rate increased, and his body started to become visible. Michelle thought he couldn't go on like this, so he went to find Stella to tell the truth. But when he arrived, he encountered a kidnapper taking Stella away. He immediately rushed to struggle with the kidnapper, But Michelle was just a weak boy. How could he be a match for the kidnapper? Michelle could only watch helplessly as Stella was taken away. These days, quite a few students have gone missing from the school. No matter how the police investigated, they found no trace. This time Stella being taken bodes ill rather than well. The next day, Michelle went to the beach, where he met Stella before throwing stones to vent his anger. Right at this moment, a blind man came to him. The man opened his mouth and said, "I'm your father. My name is Andre. I'm your biological father." This biological father also has superpowers. Turns out more than 10 years ago, there was a nuclear leak in Syria. Many people died from radiation poisoning. Many fell ill. But some people awakened superpowers. Under the influence of radiation, the prisoners in this prison were all people with superpowers. Some could control thoughts. Some defied gravity. Some had noses sharper than police dogs, able to find the exact target just by smell. Experiments revealed, the more they used their superpowers, the weaker their health became. Moreover, because of the superpowers, these people seemed to have lost the ability to reproduce, until a woman appeared. Andre fell in love with her at first sight. Very quickly, they got together. 10 months later, Elena gave birth to the fruit of their love like a miracle. People in the assassin organization were overjoyed. The baby was taken away as soon as it was born. For their child, the couple decided to break out of prison. They used their superpowers to snatch the baby back, and escaped from the prison. The assassin gang chased closely behind. To shake him off, the two split up. Andre held the baby and ran quickly. Elena stayed behind to buy time. She took off her outer coat to reveal a superhero suit and shouted at the assassins. Turns out her superpower was invisibility. She kept turning invisible and appearing, then turning invisible again to attract the assassins' attention, making them confused. But right at this moment, a butterfly slowly landed in mid-air. The assassin leader knew that was the target. He aimed at the butterfly and pulled the trigger. A pool of blood suddenly appeared on the rock. Elena died on the spot. She used her life to exchange for freedom. For her child. On this side, Andre placed the baby at the door of a resident's house. He used his superpower to sense that the woman opening the door was a good person, and she had always longed for a child. Just like that, he settled things for his son, and went on the run alone. The adopted baby was none other than Michelle. His superpower was also inherited from his mother. Next, Andre gave the boy a suit. Wearing it meant he didn't have to strip naked to turn invisible. The second thing was telling Michelle that the people who kidnapped his crush were the assassin organization. Back then, they still hadn't given up on superpower research, going all over the world, kidnapping children to test for superpowers. Now Stella and the captured children were being held in a boat at the harbor. That night, Michelle used his invisibility to sneak onto the boat. He used a fire extinguisher to knock out the guard. Another person ran to check, and a gun flew up aimed right at his head. Opening the prison door, Michelle saved Stella and the other friends. He appeared. Only then did Stella know that the invisible angel keeping her company was Michelle. Without time to chat, the group quickly ran away. Wait, Stella said there was an old man locked up there too. She wanted to save him. With no other choice, Michelle told his friends to hide first, and he and Stella went to save the person. The two fumbled around to the old man's cell, but as soon as they entered, the door locked. Stella turned around and pointed a gun at Michelle. "Show yourself, Michelle." At this moment, the old man appeared. Turns out he was the manipulator behind the scenes, and also the leader of the assassin organization. He was also a person with the superpower to invade human minds. Stella was controlled by him to trick Michelle into coming here. The old man used Stella's life to threaten Michelle to work for him. In the critical moment, Michelle got angry. No. He used his gaze to fling both the person and the gun away. The water pipes burst. Machines exploded. Turns out in the crisis, Michelle had awakened another superpower: telekinesis. He locked the old man in the cell and crawled into a safe pod with Stella. At the end of the movie, Michelle and Stella were saved. Andre used his superpower to wipe Stella's memories, and everyone else is about Michelle having superpowers. After experiencing life and death, Michelle was no longer shy when bullied by Brando. He didn't hide but bluntly fought back. Want a beating? Shoot it. Brando was stunned and dared not do anything. Standing in front of the amnesiac Stella, Michelle wasn't shy anymore either. He took the initiative to walk over and introduce himself. Just like that, Stella and Michelle became friends again. As you can see, sometimes you just need a little courage, and life will turn a completely new page. That's the end of today's episode of King of Full Movies. Goodbye and see you again.